G'day, g'day, g'day! Welcome back to another cheeky little bonus episode to Higgling the Burble. Today we're doing our contract renewal once again, and also we'll have a classic F1 event. I don't even know what the car choices are, but so I had backed out of it and earlier went back to the main menu, so yeah, I forgot to write down what they were, so we'll see what they are. Let's see if we can get, I want to see if I can get contract perk in everything.
We can adjust the terms of our proposal. The more ambitiously we set our targets, the more willing the team will be to give us better perks. We'll have a few chances to suggest a deal.
Go for medium, race bonus, level 1.
If a contract exceeds your value to the
development
team,
level 1, 2 upgrades per department, and 10% quicker pit stops. Let's see if we can get that. Fingers crossed. Major and minor upgrade produced by. Oh, I probably won't get there.
They didn't like those terms.
Yep.
Let's try again.
We'll see if we go none on the pit stops.
We're asking for too much here. We
Oh,
need to make
okay,
some
go to level 1. Oh, I just got it in.
Accepted. The new contract will take effect.
Yeah, pit stop we weren't able to get. We need a bit more value to be able to have a level 1 on everything. That's not too bad, but not too bad. Right, speaking of upgrades, we've got some points to spend. Let's see, if we should have unable to develop part. Didn't we just get perk? Yes, 2 upgrades per department. We just got the perk. And we go into here. There's only 1 on development there. Everything else, except for that one and that one. You know, the ones that aren't filled in. Yeah, we should be able to go for this upgrade. We've got the points. No! No, you can't, because the perk is a lie! The perk is a lie, peoples. So we're gonna have to go for an engine one. Let's see. Alright, yeah, we'll go for this one. Combustion chamber. And let's see, I'll go for a reduction in the chance of failure. For the chassis upgrade, the big upgrade we've got coming through, I don't want that to fail. Alright, so I could go to Bahrain in the Renault R26 for overtake challenge. Time attack at Mexico in the 1988 McLaren. I would normally pick that one, but because of it's a car I like and a track I like. But I'm actually going to go the overtake challenge because, well, I don't think we've done the Renault R26 yet, so I'll save the McLaren for later. So now I have to go and find a picture of that particular car for this episode. Renault R26.
Welcome to today's invitational event, where some of the world's finest drivers will be treating us to a special exhibition of some of the sport's most iconic cars.
Alright, that's saved. Okie dokie, so I'm going to overtake 12 opponents. We've got a rolling start. Let me just get this thumbnail in, and we'll get the stream up, and I'll answer your comments in a second, in a jiffy. No worries. All good. Pictures. There it is, in there. That one. Yes, select that one. Duka. Saving as the thumbnail. Put the writing in it later after I finish streaming. Just the basic picture will do, makes it look pretty. So people that have a look will see that. Oh yeah, that's nice. It's a cool car and all that jazz. Dashboard, channel, and we'll have the stream up in a jiffy and we can start. So alrighty then, just about ready. There we go, that should work. Oh, g'day Lewis. Yeah, we'll be doing, this is in our career mode. Instinctively I tried to press triangle for the DRS. To burn. Ah, I thought I could get away with the attack on the outside. I just wanted to see if you could get away with that in classic mode. But I guess you can't. Throwing it around a bit too aggressively there. Hopefully that won't run me out of time. And we'll get the job done. 3 down, 9 to go. Just held on the tarmac there. So 2 minutes 50 still to go. I love this old Renault. It's just got so much grip. You can just stick it in there and hold on to your arseholes. Oops, I went down too many gears there. And that was muscle memory from the modern Formula 1 cars. Left to pick up 7 more. Good slipstream there. Closing off. Halfway to go, only a minute and a half left. I need to pull my finger out here. Seven out of 12, 5 to go. I don't know if I'm going to get there. I'm going to give it a good try. 3 more to go. Oh, we might just pull it out of our assholes. We jumped across the curb there, hoping it would grip and not spin, and it did. Good car, good car. Oh, fucking hell, trying to push too hard there. I'm gonna run out of time. No! It's our first failed one on the channel. What? Oh, you're talking about a Man United career mode. I thought you said, am I doing a career mode on this? And I said, yeah, this is the career mode. So we got a bit misunderstood. I was really enjoying that, so I'm actually gonna give it one last try. I was really enjoying this car, and instead of doing a bit of practice session 1 with you, I might do this again. I think I can go rich from early on. That's probably where I lost the time, as well as a couple of mistakes I made getting the hang of it. I've got my eye in now on this car. Yeah, it just takes me. That's why I've been making more mistakes in these older cars, I think, than I have been in the actual Grand Prix career mode. Because I don't spend time getting the hang of them beforehand, so you're just seeing the mistakes happen as I get used to it now. Got the hang of it, it should be right to go. It would be awesome if they released a Formula 1 decade style game where they get the license to go starting from, say, the 60s. Yeah, and do a game that's got a 10-year career mode where you start in the 1960 cars, goes through all the different eras, and the Volume 1 game of Formula 1 Decades it will end at the 1969 championship, and then your guy retires or something, and then when they release Decades Volume 2 the next year, it'll be oh shit! While I was chatting, I started following the other car instead of trying to attack him. I took myself out of the flow. That's what I meant to do. Yeah, and then the Volume 2 would be second decade, and you'd be given the option if you got a save file that was completed the 10 years. And the first one would be to keep the same driver. It would load up his stats, and away you go. And he'd be however old he would be at the end of that first game, Decade 21. And you probably would have him retire at some point during. This is game number 2, and game number 3 comes out the following year. Decade 3 would be from, let's see, we've done 60 to 69 in the first one. So it'd be 70 to 79. The third one would be 80 to 89. That would be a good one. with Ayrton Senna, and you could start with a new character or something. I don't know. There'd be some kind of continuation, I think. Maybe your engineer could be your old race driver that you retired in the second game. That could be a thing. Yeah, and then volume 4 would be 1990 to 1999. Oh, date racing against Damon Hill on the PS4 or PS5, whenever it comes out, would be absolutely fantastic. That's the era this car is from. Decades. The next volume would be like, I think we're volume 5 now. Would be 2000 to 2009. The Schumacher era. And the beginning of the Red Bull era. Which would be the final one, 2010 to 2020. Because by the time you get around to that game, well then that decade's completed. And so they'll possibly be halfway through the current decade that would have started at 2020, ending in 2029. They can just bring out little updates, I suppose. Instead of creating a new game, they could add the previous game, the Formula 1 standalone 2019 or 2020 game, or whatever, whatever the year they've just completed in the in this particular game series. They can add that as DLC. They can instead of going and buying the two games as separate games, from then on, each year the game could be DLC you add to the Decades game. Did I make it? No, I failed again. $10 out of 12. One less. Shit. Alright, probably because I was talking and concentrating about the fucking game idea. Yeah, that's a good idea, I reckon. It would be a great game. It would make them more money, too, I reckon, in the long run. Game face on now. And we fucked up the first corner. Alright. I'm loving this car, though. That's for sure. And we fucked it again. Got into a nice little groove towards the first attempt and nearly got there. And I started to ruin it by talking and losing my brain power on the driving and focusing on the talking. Sure. I don't mind showing the car over and over again, just we've got to make sure I get through it this time. Yeah, I don't want to be stuck in Groundhog Day. Yeah, this is one of my favourite cars from the Classic Cars era, so I don't mind keeping on cracking on. I mean, just look at that engine. How can you complain about failing? Could I be failing on purpose? Perhaps? Just to hear this engine again? Who knows? Sometimes my subconscious is a bit derpy like that. climbed up, that's for sure. Oh, g'day, Jacob. I haven't even done any tags or anything. Just thought I'd present these little bonus classic races in a different manner. Just live stream it instead of record it offline and upload it. Just see if there's any difference. Just basically testing how it performs streamed versus uploaded. Halfway there. Actually, I'm gonna redo that corner because that was a bit rude. He just barged me off into the boonies, and when he hit me, I accidentally downshifted into the first gear. I only wanted two. He hit me again, but that's alright. It wasn't as bad. I didn't bump the gear change that time. Oh yeah, nice overtake there. 51 seconds and 3 to go. We might get the job done this time. It's looking highly likely. Third time's a charm, they say. I lost too much time going into that corner. A bit too deep. Use him as a brake instead. That's the plan. No. Fuck! This got me pissed off now, and I'm going to do it one last fucking time. Even if I have to edit out the three previous ones. Time limit, 4 minutes 55. I know what I forgot that third time. I forgot to change it to rich straight off the bat. Come on, Anna, we can do this. cover off the old Williams. Beautiful looking beast, that one. Gonna redo that braking because I went too heavy in. Gotta be almost pin perfect on this. The difficulty on 195, it's not very forgiving. Tried to block and you did, cheeky bugger. So the screen's going to be just a little bit longer than intended. Cheeky corner cut there. Yeah, I don't like the TV spot. I can't really do any other camera option as I've tried. I just can't get the braking and timing. It just feels alien to me. Yeah, I know for other people it might be the best, but for me it's not. Whoops. G'day Colin, how you doing? Looked at the chat and went off the road. Very professional of me. Duh. You want to block the inside? Fine. Block the inside. Halfway there again. Oh, come on. Gotta push hard. Got a nice little toe going on here now. Take that inside line. Barge him out of the way. Free to go, so close, so close. To go. I think I've done better this time around. Ah, says that and the commentator curses himself. Ah, good timing. Started braking a little bit too early, which put me into the wrong part of the car to manage to maintain a little bit of contact and get through. Alright, we just got 30 seconds now past one car. Surely we got this in the bag now. Come on. Come on, come on, come on! Come on! Get him! Get him! Yes! Oh, fucking relief! As much as I was enjoying the the attempts of it, now we're gonna do the little photo bit. So, you know, I like when I do these little uploads, when I record them offline, I usually complete them once, and then I put the replay so you can get a look at the whole car. But as for what you're saying about the camera angle, Jacob, the reason I have the camera mode that I have is when I started playing racing games in the early 90s as a young fella, that was pretty much the only camera mode games could do with decent kind of, you know, I mean, there was possibly other camera modes that I can't remember, but I found the games that were like, you know, that had the in the cockpit view. I just didn't have no feel and sensation of I'm driving a car. I mean, that might sound weird to you because, like, you can see that you're driving a game. But, whereas when I played the F1 Championship Edition game on Mega Drive and had it in the behind the car camera angle view, I was able to place in the car, see where I was getting sideways or not, and correct. And I went from being decent, okay times to beating all of my mates, and I basically completed the game, won the championship by winning every race on its highest difficulty, whatever that was back then, I don't know. And yeah, so it was a big turnaround for me, and I've been playing games that are racing games like that ever since. There, I'm looking forward to getting into the next Grand Prix. I think it's the Italian Grand Prix we're doing today. After this replay is finished, I'll work my butt off to get the practice sessions done and try to get the stream up and running in about an hour's time. So, running a little bit later today than intended. Meant to get this here mini stream done about an hour ago. I was feeling a bit crook, so I had to take the time out to get myself back into good nick, and I'm fine now, ready to go. I'm trying to power through it. Also, the 3 attempts that it took before we got it on the 4th doesn't help me time-wise as well. Rather than edit that shit out, I'm gonna leave it in there. Just because the car sounds so fucking glorious. And also, it also lines up with my F-offers. If you don't succeed, try and try again. Be a stubborn cunt, get some steel in your balls, and keep going, you'll knock shit over. Baku, Azerbaijan is your favourite track. It's one of my bogey tracks at the moment. I'm having an issue with Monaco, which used to be my favourite track, and Baku as well. I don't know what it is about the braking and the style of driving you need for 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019. Basically all your, well, the 2019 ain't out yet, but basically the hybrid cars with the fly-by-wire braking, just the way I like to brake, the way I like to go into a corner and all that, I just can't seem to get my style to work at tracks like Monaco and Baku anymore. You like Lewis Hamilton and you hate Vettel. Well, I hate Vettel and I'm not fond of Hamilton, but that's because of the whole issue with Alonso, because Alonso is my favourite driver. That's okay. I don't mind if people like drivers I don't. That's you know, its own personal choice. As long as people don't rag on me for not liking their driver, then you know, there's no worries. he had a good win, but he did have a good win. But I don't like the circumstances of the win. I think Bottas is a bit of a pussy for taking it up the ass and saying, yes, Mr. Toto Wolff, I'll let Hamilton win. Alright, so we can advance. And yeah, I used to be a fan of Bottas when he was at the Williams, but he's lost all my respect. The first time he conceded to the team orders, and now he's just done it again without any argument. It's like it's just a fucking weakling. Bottas is. I'll actually, even though I don't like Hamilton, I actually like Hamilton more than I like Bottas now. So if I was to get into the Mercedes contract with the game here, I'm more likely tempted to have Hamilton as my teammate for a better challenge. That's definitely changed. I would. In the past, I've tried to have been Bottas's teammate. Alright, let's have a look at our messages. We've got a goals update. 2 clean races. Oh, fuck's sake. That's the one I failed before when I tried medium targets. So, that's not good. And we got the fuel consumption and the front downforce completed. Oh shit me tits, here we go, and next year's regulations. Looks like we're gonna have some changes. I think this affects multiple departments, but we aren't sure yet which ones. Oh no, just when we've done a good bit of business, we're actually moving up in the world of the
we can talk to them at
R&D tree. So we started behind Renault and Force India, and around about the same level as Haas, maybe just a bit behind them. We've now moved up to 4th on the tree. So, fucking hell, that is not good at all. But the most annoying thing is I don't like the fact that I tried to get that second upgrade into the aerodynamics when we've got the perk for it, and the game said, no, you have the perk, but we're not giving it to you! You hate Suzuka Japan. Oh, what do you hate about Suzuka Japan? It's a track that if you get into a rhythm, you can just find insane amount of lap times in the S's. I just love it. It's one of those tracks I can go zombie driver on. I remember one time when I was living at Mount Druitt. Was it? No, it wasn't Mount Druitt. It was Cambridge Park in a suburb in Western Sydney. And yeah, I think it was my friend was visiting, and yeah, he'd gone out round the shops for a bit, and I didn't even notice him go out the door. I've
had a chat with Carl about the new parts, and we're happy that they've been integrated into the car. Okay.
He said,
with any luck, you'll be able to feel the improvement. So give them a try.
Then he taps me on my shoulder, and I throw my controller up and hit him in the face because he startled me so badly. It was hilarious. Oh jeez. Yeah, I do go zombie driver on it. Alright, bring that down to... Oh wow, you can go down as far as 2.2 laps. I'll go 2.7.
So, we'd like to run the acclimatisation programme if you have a chance before qualifying.
4.4.
It'll give us a good indication of our relative pace and consistency.
70, and we'll try 70 and 80. Front suspension. I'm gonna go very aggressive with the softness 2.2, and I'm gonna go 4.3. Ride height 4.4. Brake pressure about 81. Brake bias. I usually go down a little bit towards the rear. One extra step. And the weight distribution 7. Alright, I'll save that. Yeah, I'm just going to do the first practice session run, and we'll call it end of the stream, and then I can get back to finishing the rest of it off as quick as possible. We'll be back a little bit later, I'm hoping 1 hour, because I've got 3 hours left in my streaming window to finish off the episode for you. So, alrighty, Italy. We need to save it as Italy.
There's a few cars out on track. Perhaps we should get out there before it gets busy.
There we go. That's that done. Durka. Oops, I've gone back too far. Track acclimatization. I love this track. This is my most favourite track. This would be my number 1. My number 2 would be Canada. My number 3 would be a toss-up between Sochi, Russia, and Australian one. So to break the tiebreaker, I'd probably say Australia, because I'm Australian. Oh shit! I thought this was the Italian. Oh, I've forgot that Belgium comes before Italy. Whoops! I'll have to fix that in the savings, because yeah, I've basically set my car up for the Italian Grand Prix, and I'm at Spa-Francorchamps, so this is going to be a bit wild. The car's going to feel a bit ungrippy. Fix that up off there. Yeah, oh yeah, I love going through here. Oh, she is very unsteady going through there with the lack of grip that I've given it. Gonna have to remember to brake a little bit earlier, go through the corners a little bit more cautiously. Because I don't have aerodynamic grip, but I normally go 6.6 on this track, so 4.4, that's a bit of a step down. I mean, yeah, I'll be a bit faster on the straights, but that's no good if losing too much around the corners, eh? Whoa, like that, my tail just stepping out there. And sliding, yeah, this is definitely does not feel like the setup I usually have at this track. Nowhere near it. Oh, fuck that. That stepped out so much worse there that time. Brake a lot more than I usually do into that corner. Really feathering the throttle. You see, this is the kind of fuck-ups I do with my setup that you normally don't get to see, but today, just thought we'll peel back the curtain, be a bit more of a wombat, and show you the kind of derpy shit I get up to before I finally get the setup just perfect and beautiful. And there, we've wiped out our wing. So
okay,
yeah,
back to the pits. You need a new front wing.
Fuck that. I'm not going to rewind because yeah, just don't have the grip. So what's the point? What is my favourite F1 game? Oh, jeez, F1 versus 2018, 17 versus 18. Fuck you. You've thrown out the hard ones there, mate, and I'll gotta think for half a second. But oh, I'm gonna have to say 2018 over 17. Only because all the new stuff is really awesome and made me super duper excited to be doing it. The only thing that I don't like is the halo, even though it has proved itself in real world, so I'm actually okay with it now. I'm not as negative on it as I used to be.
We've had to spend time repairing the damage to the car.
As for what is my most favourite F1 game, it'd be a very, very, very close fucking toss-up between the F1 2006, the 1997 game on PS1 as well, and this here one, I'd say. Yeah, it's a close tie between those three. I love the 97 game, driving as Damon Hill's teammate. You could edit your name into that game as well, which was cool.
Rain is forecast in just over 10 minutes' time.
Good old
Rain
days
in
of PS1.
10 minutes.
The 2006 game, I think, was on the PS2 or PS3. That was fun. I love driving some of the different cars available, like the Super Aguri. That was good. Trying to get back markers to become champions. A close second would probably be the close second, third, fourth, and all the positions after would be the 2010 to 2013 games. But I'm not sure which one I'd put and in what order. Alrighty, so that's where we're going to end. I'm going to pause that so I don't lose any more time. I'm going to get stuck into the getting the setup right so that we don't have any more wipeouts like that for yous. We can crack on with things. So thanks for dropping by, those that did. Hope I answered all of your questions. If you got any more, please get in touch with me on social media. I'm just going to leave the blue screen up while I drop the social media into the chat for yous. And I think I've covered everything now. There is the Discord server. Do go and check it out. There is other YouTubers and subscribers that you can have a yarn with. And yeah, swap stories about your favourite games and shit. We even have multi gaming capability for your team play with the voice channels and stuff. But anyway, I'm about to say stone the flame and crows and tickle your dancing Formula 1 cars. We'll see you then. Goodbye. Oh shit, I've hit the wrong button. Goodbye.